Welcome to this Get Ready With Me, guys. We're going to get started. I'm going to prime my face. I'm using the Becca First Light Priming Filter primer. I love this primer. It has like a lavender tint to it, and so it really calms and soothes my skin, and it gives me a little bit of a glowy, dewy finish. Preps my skin for now. I'm going in with the Maybelline 24-Hour Foundation. I have been loving this foundation. Normally, I'm not a full coverage matte foundation, but I really like this foundation. I feel like it doesn't dry too matte, and I still see a little bit of glowiness under, so I've been liking it. And I'm just gonna dot it all over my face, as you saw, and blend it out with a flat kabuki brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed up the video. In some parts you'll see through the tutorial I kind of speed it up just to save time. So yeah, just blending this all around the face. Make sure you blend it out into your hairline, down your neck. I spread it around my eyes and make sure I get it real good in every single crevice, because sometimes I don't use eyeshadow primer. Now we're speeding things up, obviously, as you can tell. I wish I could fill in my eyebrows this fast, but yeah, I'm filling in my eyebrows, and lately I've been using a lighter brow pencil, and this is the shade Taupe, and it's with the NYX Professional Precision Brow Pencil. And then you'll see later on in the video I darken them up at the end, and I use a brow powder. But yeah, I've been liking doing this. Brows are done. Moving on. Going to prime my lids with the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. I love this concealer. I'm just going to pat it out all over my eyelid. And this is going to act as a base and a eyelid eyeshadow primer. I don't really own any eyeshadow primers. I used to, but I just like using concealer. I feel like it does the same thing for me. And it cancels out any discoloration that I might have on my lids, especially if I'm tired. All right, going in with the Soft Glam palette. Oh my gosh, I was so excited when this finally released, and I was excited to get my hands on it. So quickly going in with Dusty Rose. Gonna buff that into my crease, lay that down as my first crease shade. And I'm just using a fluffy brush. I think this is a Wet n Wild one. I use this one like in every single tutorial. Every day when I do my eyes, I just love this. So yeah, you just want to blend that out. Blend, blend, blend. Blend it all into your crease. Then I'm going in with Burnt Orange just to warm it up a little bit more. Same brush. Then I'm going to go in and deepen it up even more, and I'm going to go in with the shade Rustic, and I'm just going to blend that into my crease, darken it up a little, same exact brush. I love this fluffy brush. It's my favorite fluffy brush. I have tons in my collection, but I always reach for this one. It's just really nice and soft and fluffy, and it's affordable. I like to use it because it's affordable. So just making sure that's all blended out. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to put a lid color on, and I'm going to use the shade Sultry. It is beautiful. I love every single color in this eyeshadow palette. I love Anastasia eyeshadow palettes. I really do. I know the Subculture one got some pretty bad rap, but I love it. I honestly, to each their own. It worked well for me, and I really enjoyed the palette. So don't be afraid to pick this one up if you like the colors. Now I'm mixing a little bit of Cypress Umber and Mulberry out in the corner of my lid and kind of just softly dusting it in. Still patting out that lid shade. Going in with an even smaller fluffy brush, and I'm going to concentrate that more on the outer V of my eye. And then I'm going to go back with that other fluffy brush that I used and going to blend it out, that black color. Alright guys, now we're going to grab an even smaller little brush and we're going to do some lower lash line work. I'm going to grab Dusty Rose, Burnt Orange, no particular order, just going to buff all of those in and smoke out the lower lash line. Alright guys, now I'm going to grab the ColourPop No Filter Concealer and I'm going to dab that in the corners, close to the corner of my eye. I haven't really been swiping it all the way across to, because I feel like that's just been too much product. So I kind of just do a little triangle real close to my nose, like the first little section of my dark circle, and then I spread it out. And I've been liking this angled kabuki brush. It's like a flat top angled kabuki brush by Morphe. Then I'm going to go in with the Airspun setting powder. I love this stuff. It's a loose base powder. It's been around for forever. I've repurchased it a couple of times. One, because I decluttered it. Two, because it completely spilled and I lost it. And then I lost it and then I had to buy another one because I really love it to set my under eye foundation or concealer. Now I'm going in with this new Bronze It. It's called the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It. It's a sun-kissed bronzer for face and body. I've really been liking it, and I've gone back to using a stippling brush. This is an old MAC stippling brush. I used to use this forever ago to apply my bronzer, and I just started using it again because my other bronzing brush was dirty, and I love it. Now I'm going in with one of my favorite MAC blushes in the shade Melba. I kind of did a clean out of my makeup and I found old loves of mine, so I was pretty excited about that. And I just grabbed an e.l.f. It's just a fluffy brush from e.l.f. Has a little bit of an angle to it, and I just dusted some of that Melba blush by MAC onto my cheeks, giving my eyelashes a curl. Then I'm going to choose my mascaras. I think I'm going to cocktail two. I always use more than one mascara. It's very rare I use just one alone. And I'm going to use these two, the Lash Paradise by L'Oreal and the Maybelline Total Temptation. I'm going in with the Lash Paradise first because I like that it holds my curl there after I curl my lashes. I love this one for that one. And then I'll go in with the Total Temptation one to give just a little more fullness. Now I'm going to go in and finish up my eyebrows now that the rest of my face and eyes are done. I'm going to give them a quick comb out with the spoolie brush at the end, and then I'm going to just fill in where I feel like I need to. I've been liking this technique because I feel like I have more control and I don't start off with super filled in and super dark eyebrows, because sometimes I don't end up doing a really intense eye look. I never know what kind of an eye look I'm doing, and so I started doing this with my eyebrows and I've been liking it. I've been liking it. If my look calls for a little bit more of a defined darker brow, then I'll fill them in. If not, then I'll leave them. But yeah, this is a little tip for you guys. Start out light, and then, if you end up doing a super intense bold eye look, well, you're going to need some bold eyebrows to match it. So usually I just fill in the tail and darken the tail of my brow, and then just lightly fill in any sparse areas that I need to touch up. This is an oldie but a goodie, the Great Lash Maybelline. This is actually a mascara. I've never used a Claire mascara. I don't know anyone who uses a Claire mascara, but I've always used this to set my eyebrows. Going in with the Maybelline, not Maybelline, this is Milani. Going in with the Milani Eye Kohl in black. I love this eye kohl. It's very, very, very soft, and it's very, very, very pigmented. So it's great for tight lining. Now, this beauty right here, you guys, if you are looking for an affordable highlighting palette, I really recommend this one by ColourPop in Nudendo. I love it. I'm using the Anastasia highlighting brush. I think it's the 0.25 brush, I believe. I'll list it down below in the description bar, so be sure to check the description bar for any products that I used in this tutorial. I usually try my best to list everything down there. So yeah, just highlighting the high points of my pretty much I'm just going to drench my whole face in this highlighting palette. Now I'm going to grab my pinky finger and dip it into the shade On the Loose, and I'm going to dab that into the inner corner of my eye. I don't know what I'm doing here. I think I was trying to show you guys the lippy that I'm using, but it didn't work. So I'll just tell you, I'm using the Koko by Kylie Cosmetics. This is the collaboration that Kylie did with her sister Kloe, and I bought the collection and I really like it. It has some beautiful shades in there, and this is the shade Kloe Money. I like the Kylie Jenner lip kits. I think they're great products, and that's all I'm going to say about that. You should try them if you haven't. So I'm going to dust away this baking that I was doing down here just to define my bronzer and give me a little bit of a cut there. Now I'm going to set everything with this spray. I bought the small one. It's the Too Faced Hangover Spray, setting spray, but I think I'm going to buy the big one because I love it. It smells delicious. It smells like coconuts. Now you could just simply fan yourself with your hands, but I usually use this when I do wedding parties. I used to use it a long time ago and I just started doing it again, and I was like, hey, I'm going to use it to dry down my setting spray, and you feel a little fancy. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe, comment. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.